Well, next in Niger, clashes between jihadist groups are now pitting the Islamic State group against the JNIM, which is affiliated with Al-Qaeda. While these clashes had previously taken place in the tri-border area with Mali and Burkina Faso, they're now spreading towards a new border region between Niger, Nigeria and Benin. Let's get you the latest on this. I can welcome Wasim Nasser to the studio. Wasim, ultimately, after a period of calm, we're seeing these clashes rearing their head once again.
Actually, yes, they got more and more intensive. We're going to see on a map where the last clash occurred. It is in the area called Petel-Kolé, on the border between Burkina Faso and Niger that we see. It is important. It's a marker in time due to its geography and the intensity, actually, of what happened there. Tens of deaths between the two groups during the infighting. This is the first confrontation on Niger's territory, where both groups are highly active but had previously avoided direct clashes, knowing that this same area was attacked back in 2022 by Islamic State jihadis while it was the army barracks in Petel-Kolé. We're going to look also at latest pictures of the Islamic State in the Sahel region for the Fitr festivities. It's a reminder that Islamic State in the Sahel, despite being weaker or much weaker than JNIM, it is still asserting itself on daily basis. It also underscores that the war between the two groups has never ceased, particularly in Burkina Faso, as well as in Mali, in Musadia, meaning beginning of January. And according to well-informed local sources, the Islamic State is preparing for the big offensive in the Ansongo sector in Mali in the upcoming weeks. We're going to look at a map of Burkina Faso to see where the clashes occur between the Islamic State and JNIM. And since the beginning of the year, there was a big clash in February, also tens of killed on both sides, and on April the 3rd in the region of Seno. And we also had the defection in Burkina Faso of a middle-ranking commander of JNIM who defected with one of his bodyguards to the Islamic State. According to my own sources, I was told that he defected for personal reasons, but he accused JNIM of cutting a deal with Benin and not applying Sharia law, meaning this is why he says that he defected.
Well, as we said, the conflict is spilling over into Niger. At the same time, though, expanding, I should say, beyond the three borders area with Burkina Faso and Mali, towards this tri-border area, Niger, Nigeria, Benin. How is all of that playing out on the ground?
Well, actually, there's a race to the borders. We're going to see footage where JNIM attacks two military barracks of the Benin's army, and we see here troop transport M113, meaning American-made, meaning it means that it's the Benin army which was attacked, because other armies in the area don't have such vehicles. And actually, it's a race. It's a race to the borders. It's a race to cut roads and also to resources. We're going to look at a map where it could be much clearer to see that both groups actually, while attacking local armies and militias, are racing each other in this area. And one more time, racing for borders, routes, spoils from military output, resources, and most critically, recruitment. Because in this regard, actually, it's JNIM recruitment which is preventing the Islamic State from recruiting further away from Niger mainly. And we see, for example, that the Sahel region was featured in the Islamic State magazine twice in a row. And one of its issues, they issued the obituary of a leader. We're going to see his picture. And why is it important? Because it's a leader of the Islamic State who migrated from Dosso in Niger to ISWAP, Islamic State West Africa, meaning near of the Lake Chad. And we know today for sure that a corridor is open between the Sahel region and the Lake Chad region. We saw it after the attack at the Niamey airport, where there's coordination between ISWAP and the Islamic State in the Sahel. So it's a confirmation of the dynamics of an open corridor between those two areas. And we're going to see a last footage also of fighting between JNIM and the Islamic State that occurred in Kebbi. There are the war spoils that were taken by JNIM from the Islamic State. We are in Nigeria, the Kebbi area, meaning also the first fight between JNIM and the Islamic State occurred in this area northwest of Nigeria. So both groups are expanding, both groups are racing each other, despite the fact that they are also fighting local armies and local militias. But the priority for both of them is to fight each other.